Hey, believe it or not, it's Ray Brown coming to you from just north of Albany, Oregon, in the path of totality, right in the middle of the path of totality of the solar eclipse 2017. And I'm here at 6:30 in the morning. The sun is just coming up, and the place is packed. This is a rest area. I'm literally on I-5. I'll show you some footage. I mean, I-5 is literally 10 feet from my RV. I don't know if insurance covers it in this case, but hey. So I wanted just to show you some footage of the pregame festivities. Also, some of the gear that I'm wearing. I'm going to wear the hat, of course. You rarely see me in a hat, but that's just to keep the old noggin from burning. I've got an extra pair of ultraviolet blocking glasses. And then on top of that, I've got these puppies, which I put them on. I'm not going to be able to see you, but you'll be able to see me. And these are official glasses for the solar eclipse. Now, I cannot see you. I have no idea how I'm going to see anything, but apparently, if you look at the sun, and let's see, just turn it on. Oh yeah, I actually can see the actual outline of the sun. So apparently they work. They're made in the U.S. I followed all the guidelines to get them and paid my $2. So hopefully I won't go blind. The other thing I bought is a filter for the camera that I'm filming on right now. It's actually bigger than the camera lens, so I'm going to have to probably put some duct tape. Duct tape fix everything, and see if I can't get some shots of the actual solar eclipse. But anyway, let's take some time and check out some crowd scenes, and hey, let's get ready for the solar eclipse 2017. 2.5 hours before even the start of the eclipse, and I'm standing just off of I-5. Here's I-5. Very illegal. Signs up coming saying, don't do this. And here I am doing it. But with a bunch of my friends. This is a rest stop just north of Albany, Oregon. And this should be right. When I say right, I mean smack dab in the middle of the line, the zone of totality. So anyway, this is what we're seeing all over Oregon. I might not be able to stay here if the cops come down and kick me out. Well, that's the end of that. But this would be the perfect place to view the eclipse. You can see where the sun is. I can't see the moon at this point, but it's around somewhere, I'm sure. But anyway, this is where we're at, and bizarre, very bizarre. This is eventually what the crowd came to look at just moments before the eclipse started at 9 o'clock. There probably was thousands of people in that rest area. My estimate would be 2,000, 2,500, maybe even 3,000 people all crammed into this rest area. Okay, the next part was the eclipse had started, but we were kind of bored. Yeah, it was kind of underwhelming. We thought this was cool, though, as we were taking pictures and videos of the shadows of the eclipse on the ground. Those are those little chevron shapes that you see on the ground. Okay, can any fledgling astronomer out there tell me what I am looking at? I can tell you how it was shot. It was shot through my Canon movie camera with that polarized lens that I showed you, which was to be used for just this type of shooting into the sun. What you see, of course, are the 4 rays. I don't know why there are 4 rays. And also, there are the eclipse kind of looks like a flying saucer. If you look, it has that saucer-like shape, which is not what the eclipse actually looked like with the glasses. Now, interestingly, there is some phenomena. If you'll see, there are shapes that are reflections, and I am told that those actually are reflections of the eclipse. So some pretty interesting things going on here. Don't really understand it myself. Maybe somebody in the comments can explain why this looks the way it does. Okay, I took this picture just prior to the eclipse, total darkness. You can see that there are lights coming on, but in reality it's not as dark as I thought it would be. There is sunlight on the horizon, which kind of created this cool 360-degree sunset. So now we get into the part that really made it and made me a believer in the greatness of the universe. Not that I didn't know it before, but you'll learn it in a special way. You can see through these same images now that things are getting very much more complex. I moved the camera just a little bit, but boy, things are getting very beautiful. So beautiful, let's cue the music. Again, if anyone can tell me what we're actually looking at, if you remember I was talking about the reflections are becoming much more pronounced and round, which signifies to me that we're looking at projections of the moon. And if you'll look, we're getting more rays, and look at this. All of a sudden, we see a beautiful, beautiful aura in the center of this, and I can't even explain what I'm looking at. And now we see the total eclipse of the sun. Now, I'm going to show you a picture at the end of this of what the human eye saw. The black dot in the middle of the yellow or the white in this picture is the actual moon with the sun around it. I understand you couldn't see the moon coming in because of the fact that it was a new moon, and the sun's rays completely negated you being able to see any part of it until it actually eclipsed the sun. And so it was like all of a sudden the moon was there and it was black. This was so cool. And for a moment, 1 minute 59 seconds in this area of the world, you were in a different space and reality. The mathematicians and the scientists were awed. The people of religion were awed. And I give thanks. You're going to see
the moon come out of the blocking of the sun, and as soon as it does, it will once again disappear. I wish I was a better photographer and had better equipment, or just knew more about what I was doing here, but this is what the camera saw, what my eyes saw. Well, that was totally different. How beautiful is this? That's what the camera saw. All I can say is, as the sun's rays return, and the moon moves on. We'll see you again in 7 years, Mr. Moon, when you do this all over again here in the United States. 2024, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to miss it, and I hope that you don't either. So this is what the eclipse looked like to our naked eyes in Oregon, and it was absolutely stunningly beautiful. The only difference, is that the inner circle, the moon, was black. Thank you for sharing this with me, and please like and subscribe.